The National Electronic Funds Transfer or NEFT is a nationwide centralized payment system owned and operated by the Reserve Bank of India. The objective of NEFT was to establish an efficient, secure, and economical electronic fund transfer system. NEFT is now available round the clock on all days of the year. Before December 2019, NEFT transactions were settled between 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on weekdays and from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the first and third Saturdays. The system remained unavailable on Sundays and bank holidays. The electronic system offers near real-time funds transfer to the beneficiary account and settlement in a secure manner. The RBI does not levy any charges from member banks for NEFT transactions. On credit to the beneficiary account, the remitter will receive confirmation via SMS or email. Besides funds transfer, NEFT system can be used for payment of credit card dues to the card issuing banks, payment of loan EMI, inward foreign exchange remittances, and more. It is also available for one-way funds transfers from India to Nepal. But how does the NEFT system operate? An individual or an organization willing to transfer funds through NEFT can use the internet or mobile banking facility by initiating the transfer request. The remitter has to provide details of the beneficiary and bank account for the addition of the beneficiary to the internet or mobile banking module. Following beneficiary addition, the remitter can initiate online NEFT funds transfer by authorizing debit to his or her account. Alternatively, the remitter can also visit the bank for initiating NEFT funds transfer. Following this, the originating bank prepares a message and sends the message to its pooling center, also called the NEFT Service Center. The pooling center forwards the message to the NEFT Clearing Center, operated by the RBI, to be included for the next available batch. The clearing center sorts the fund transfer transactions and prepares accounting entries to receive funds from the originating banks and redirect them to the beneficiary banks. Thereafter, remittance messages are forwarded to the beneficiary banks through their pooling centers. While the RBI has not imposed any limit on the amount that can be remitted through NEFT, banks may place limits based on their own risk perception. The beneficiary banks receive the inward remittance messages from the clearing center and pass on the credit to the beneficiary customers' accounts. A person having no bank account can remit funds through NEFT to a beneficiary having a bank account. It can be done by depositing cash at the NEFT-enabled branch of any bank. Such cash remittances are, however, restricted to a maximum of 50,000 rupees per transaction. NEFT presently operates in batches at half-hourly intervals throughout the day. In case of non-availability of NEFT for any reason, appropriate messages are broadcast by RBI to all system participants. With effect from January 1, 2020, banks have been advised to not levy any charges from their savings bank account holders for NEFT funds transfers initiated online. The maximum charges for outward transactions at originating banks for other transactions have been prescribed by the RBI. The remitter and the beneficiary can track the status of NEFT transactions by contacting NEFT Customer Facilitation Center of the bank. The beneficiary customer receives the funds only after final settlement takes place between the banks.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.